Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to our part 2 of our Sao Tome and Principe qualifying series on the 2014 FIFA World Cup game. We are in round 2 of Africa qualifying. If you didn't watch the first part, then basically we beat Lesotho 1-0 over the two legs in the qualifying round 1 to get to this point, and we are in a group with Burkina Faso, Gabon and Niger. At least we're not in a group with the likes of like Ivory Coast or Nigeria or someone like that, or in Group H for example. So there is a chance if we play well that we could push those teams to the limit. So our first match is going to be against Burkina Faso, not too far to travel for STP. You will notice that the form is absolutely capitulated sort of thing. That is because I simulated a friendly match. It was against, I can't remember who it was against, but it was like someone I just didn't really want to play. You know, it was one of those friendly matches you look at it and go, nah, I don't want to do that. And yeah, I paid the price for it. So yeah, probably ruined the whole entire qualifying campaign by doing that. So let's see what kind of game we're going to get against Burkina Faso. Obviously, the biggest team that we've played in this qualifying series so far. It's going to be tough to finish top of this group because, of course, in 2014, the qualifying is a little bit different than 2010. You have to finish top of the group in this stage. Here comes Ney. Oh, there, bomb. I think the key to this gameplay is recovering the form and not trying to do anything too outrageous on the ball, because Burkina Faso will punish us for it. So yeah, we just got to be meticulous with our play and be very careful at the back. You know, just hold on firm at the back. Kone. Bance on the ball. And they go for it from distance. Good save. And oh, what a save. I don't know. It wasn't offside, but oh my goodness. What a double save there. Shot from outside the box. Saved. And then again, that was good for a keeper rated 55. We're approaching half time. And despite Burkina Faso having the best chance of the game, it's been a really, really good half from STP. I thought that we'll be like 2-0 down by now or something like that, but luckily we are holding on in there. It's half time and Burkina Faso have struggled to break STP down. It's still 0-0. Of course, when we get into the second half, we're going to have tired legs and tired minds, and we might concede a couple of goals, but luckily we've been okay. The double save our keeper made was absolutely fantastic. Here we go. Come on. Ibrahim Bengo. He's got in behind. Can he do it? He's rolled it in for 1-0. And Bengo has scored against Burkina Faso. Go towards their fans and celebrate. Can we hear you? Can we hear you, Burkina Faso? We have scored, and that is 1-0. And we completely hit them on the break. If you take a look at the longer version of the replay, look at this. I was able just to pass it to this guy here, and I thought I was going to get tackled, but he manages to through ball it, and the guy at the top, Abraham Bengo, was able to run on through. Defenders completely lost there and were able to get off the shot for 1-0. That's a ball, but it's going to be offside. Yeah, it's offside there, thankfully. World class is actually quite a challenging difficulty, but STP have made it really good at the moment. Like, they've made it quite fun. You know, a lot of my runs with smaller teams end in complete disaster because I can't actually score with the smaller rated players. But this team is actually, well, at the moment, an exception to that rule. That's all we need to do. Just pass it around. There we go. STP have beaten Burkina Faso by 1-0. Ibrahim Bengo is the hero for this team. 1-0 against Burkina Faso, one of the strongest teams in the group. And we have a very, very important 3 points on the board. Who expected that? Like, Burkina Faso were very bad in that match. Like, the only chance that really sort of tested our goalkeeper properly was that double save. I think if that had gone in, the game would have been a bit different, but Hey, I'm not complaining. STP get the win. I'm really hoping in the next match we have Niger or Niger, I should say, because you know, I think we will have to use a couple of substitutes because obviously the games are very close together. So I'm hoping for Niger in the next match, but I mean, if it's Gabon, then bring it on. So luckily, our next match is against Niger, and we are at home for this one. So this is a great chance to go further in this group. The form is still bad after the 1-0 win against Burkina Faso, but I don't expect it to change immediately after a lucky 1-0. So it's fine. Hopefully we can reclaim it in this match against Niger. Here we go then. An important match against Niger to look forward to. Of course, they are not going to be pushovers. A lot of people will expect me to absolutely destroy them, like 6-0 or maybe like 4-0 or something like that. I don't know. But no, smaller teams like myself are really irritating to play against. I love as well, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like, you know, you got my home fans in the stadium here, and then you've got the Niger fans in the corner with their flags waving around and that. I think that's just so awesome. Taken away though. Go on. It's blocked. And oh, I just accidentally slide tackled the goalkeeper. What's that going to be? He was on the floor already. That's only a yellow, thankfully. This is going to be a really hard match. Like, you know, Niger aren't going to let us through that easily. They're going to be like that scene in Lord of the Rings when they're like, you shall not pass. Like, they'll be like that. It's annoying at the moment. Every time I keep trying to play a ball upfield, it's offside. It's just, sometimes that happens on 2014. You know, most of the plays will be like offside. It's so frustrating. Tackle, but it's going to go straight back to Niger. Can we get it? We have, and saved, and oh, we couldn't get the rebound from the shot. We're still trying. Niger just not holding on to the ball very well here. Well, only one shot in this game so far, and it's half time, it's 0-0. I knew this game would be annoying. I knew it. Every time I play against another minnow, whether it's a friendly match or qualification, it just ends up being so frustrating. Go on. Good play. And STP put it wide. Unlucky. I don't think we're going to do anything in this game, you know. It's just been that kind of game. It's just been that kind of game where we can't seem to push forward properly. We're in attacking, so I'm trying to, like, get forward, but the game's just not letting me do that. Massive wasted opportunity. And we draw the game 0-0. And I'm always right in saying that literally every single time I come up against a minnow that is trying to qualify, and they'll just do nothing but sit back and soak up the pressure. And if you don't get your shots on target like I did today, you will pay the price. And that could be the result that really hurts us in the future. I'm not expecting to qualify, I'm really not, but it was a great chance to pull away. So the group looks like this. I mean, we have pulled away a little bit, only by 2 points, but we have Gabon in our next match, and that's going to be really difficult. So we have another matchup, which is very close to us. This time Gabon, again, is this another like sort of like rivalry or something, considering they are neighbouring countries? I don't know, but we'll see how we can get on against them here today. Form is not great after that Niger game. We failed to score, so the form went down. Here we go then, Gabon versus STP. We are at home for this one. Now, this is the team I'm most worried about because of Aubameyang. Aubameyang is literally like the best player that we're going to come up against in this campaign. You know, he's the most well-known. Yeah, he will probably destroy us if we're not careful. I've made one change. I put on Sweetser for our striker Jose da Silva, just because he's rated higher by like a couple of stats more, so maybe that'll help. He goes for it, it just goes wide of the post there. Warning shot from Cousin. I mean, he's a threat as well. I mean, Cousin is very good on this Gabon team. I used Gabon in 2010 and Cousin got a few goals for me in that qualifying campaign. The only game that we gave up a ton of goals in was that Equatorial Guinea match, that friendly match we played in the first part. So I'm waiting for one of these big teams like Burkina Faso or Gabon just to have an absolute goal fest against me. And it might come here. They scored, but it's offside. Go on, through ball. Abraham Ebengo. Down to Sweetser. We're going to have to shoot, aren't we? And that's a good save and a good shot as well. And that was the first chance for STP. So at the moment, it is 0-0 at half time. And we have been decent enough to stop Gabon from scoring. Of course, they scored an offside goal. To you, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Crossed in. Back post. Headed off the post and out. Oh, my goodness. That was a great chance. We found the gap with the throw-in, quickly crossed it in, and it hit the post and went out. We struggled with Gabon. However, we're still at 0-0. So through ball. And they go for it. Good save. Thank goodness for that. Crosses it in. Hooked away, but it's on the edge of the box. And here come Gabon. No. Come on, get rid of it. Yes. And Touche again. Tackled. Brilliant effort from STP so far. Oh, there's an injury on the field as well. That'll waste a couple of minutes. Gabon, one final opportunity maybe to try and snatch something. If they do, that would be so annoying. Oh my goodness, that nearly went in. Like, the marker for the ball was in the net, and luckily it was offside. I don't know how. I thought that was a shot, but just boot it away. I'll take this result. Like, a draw against Gabon is really impressive, of course. You know, I'm not complaining about that. It is technically drop points, but you know, who cares? They're a bigger team and we've held them. But the thing that really just annoys me deep down is the fact that we couldn't beat Niger. I'm really proud of STP for that result though. It was a brilliant result. We were really irritating for Gabon. We stopped them from scoring. But as you can see down there in Group D, Burkina Faso thrashed Niger 5-0. So I think Burkina Faso will be top of the group or just behind us. Yeah, they're just behind us with 4 points. So we got Gabon again for our fourth match of qualifying. And to be honest with you, how has our form not gone up from that draw against Gabon? Surely it would have raised the form a little bit, but look at that. It's just in the mud right now. Probably expect to lose this second time round. Gabon had a lot of shots and we were lucky to come away with the draw. So I think this is where things are going to collapse because we got Gabon now, and then immediately after Gabon, about like 6 days later, we have Burkina Faso again. And Burkina Faso look like they're on the warpath, like destroying Niger 5-0. And then they beat them again, I think, 2-1 in the match just gone as well. Over the top, and here comes Malungui. No, don't you dare, mate. Don't you dare. That's lucky that's not a penalty. So lucky. You knocked him on the floor, and I was thinking that is a straight penalty, but thank goodness for that. Into the middle. Go on. And the shot is blocked, and we couldn't get the rebound, but hold on. Bad clearance. Could this be STP? Oh, just wide. That was our best chance of the game so far. STP trying to press. There's a through ball. Jose de Silva. He's got a bit of a chance here, you know. Crossed in. And oh, that header. No, it wasn't powerful enough. So it's half time and we're going into the second half. It's still 0-0. Only a couple of shots between the two sides. I'm sorry that STP haven't been scoring a lot of goals. It's actually really hard to get anything with this team against some of these bigger sides. Even some of the bigger sides are struggling against us. So we are being that kind of team like Niger was against us. We're being irritating. We're being annoying. Cousin crosses that one in, and it's a bad cross. Not good here from Gabon. Again, we've come here and frustrated them again. I mean, there's still 15 minutes to play, but still. I think, no, if we lose this game, it's all over. Qualifying would be all over. And they went for it, but it's wide, luckily. I missed a couple of tackles in that build-up, so I was a bit scared. We've done enough here to hold back Gabon again. They do have a chance here, and luckily they don't latch onto it. It was a valiant performance and a valiant effort. A draw again against Gabon. We'll take that. We will. We're still unbeaten. And a lot of you might be wondering, how are you literally like not conceding goals? Gabon were terrible in this match. Like, they didn't have any proper shots. We didn't either, to be fair. We only had like one, but yeah, Gabon's shots weren't very good, and they're not highlight worthy. So yeah, 0-0. I really don't know how we're doing it with STP. We're keeping the group close, despite the fact we've only got one goal in the whole entire qualifying campaign. I know that it might be a bit boring for you guys, but you know, at the end of the day, defensively, STP have been fantastic. So our fifth match is going to be against Burkina Faso. This time it's at home for us. Can we get a miracle win like we did in the last one against them? I understand that the last win that we got in this video was super lucky. It was so lucky. Basically, we just defended, kept Burkina Faso at bay, and then one random through ball was able to settle the game. You know, sometimes it's like that. I don't see it happening here today. The best result I could hope for is a draw again. Here comes, well, I can't even say that name, but yeah, okay. Crosses it in, and somehow it makes its way through. Can we stop him? Stop Bance. There we go. We just stopped them. Come on, stop. Stop doing this, STP, please. Like, I don't want to throw this qualifying campaign away if possible. Here comes... Oh, no! It's rolled in, and that's the goal that Burkina Faso are looking for. It's Traore with the goal to make it 1-0. And so far, in this whole qualifying campaign, we were so good until we conceded that. It was just chaos in the box, and they roll it in for 1-0. Crossed to Bance. Traore, out to other Traore. Lots of Traores from Burkina Faso. Literally, a very popular name, I think. This guy, who I can't pronounce his name, he's out on the wing. He's trying to spin me around. And successfully doing it as well. It's crossed in. Bance headers it, but it's not headed properly. And Burkina Faso are looking like a much better team than they did against us in the first game we played against them. For a ball, Jennings. Come on. He's got a bit of pace. He crosses that one in. And, oh, the header. Wasn't a good one. It wasn't on target, but it was something. He crosses that one in. Headed out by STP. Great defending. Even when we're 1-0 down, we're still being strong defensively. And we got 45 minutes to try and salvage a draw if we can. Burkina Faso have a corner here. And if they score this corner, it will be pretty much game over. It's crossed in. Headed. And... oh, that's a bit of a mistake and it's off the post. Oh, thank goodness for that. I mean, it was a tight angle. It was really super tight and unlucky for Burkina Faso, but super lucky for us. I tackled again. Like, they are just so good defensively. It reminds me of the Niger match where we couldn't break them down. A lot of these teams we haven't been able to break down. Like, attacking wise, we have just not been that good in this video. The last video was much better, better performance. But here, you know, drawing games isn't bad. It's just obviously you need to convert those to wins, but it's going to be so hard when you're a half-star team like Sao Tome and Principe. Burkina Faso have just been very, very good in this match. Very good. They got the goal and then they locked down defensively. It wasn't the most dominant performance from Burkina Faso, but they did enough to derail our campaign. And I think that will be it for STP, because even though we got one more match against Niger, Burkina Faso will have to play Gabon, and whoever wins that match will basically go through to the next round. We dropped too many points. Of course, we're a minnow, so I didn't expect much from this gameplay, but you know what I'm proud of? I'm proud of STP's defending. Their defending was so good at times. Like, even here, we only conceded one goal. So that's your table, and we are 4 points behind, so that will basically mean we are eliminated. Even if we beat Niger on the final day, it will be basically either Burkina Faso or Gabon qualifying from this group. It was a good campaign, and like I said, you know, we had some impressive results, but it just wasn't enough in the end. Here we go then. STP versus Niger, this time away from home. And it will be interesting to see who will qualify from the group. Will it be Burkina Faso or will it be Gabon? Comes STP. Into the middle. And off the post. But our goalkeeper slide tackled me. No penalty. Okay, all right. Well, that was very unlucky. Here comes Gando into the middle. Jose de Silva, and it's saved. Not the best shot, but, you know, Niger had like literally 4 players in the box ready to tackle me. It's half time, and despite the shots we had, we still cannot break down Niger. It's just it's just annoying. That's a good ball though. And yes, come on. Finally, we scored against Niger, and it's Jose de Silva, and that's our 2nd goal of the campaign, believe it or not. And, well, that over-the-top ball was perfect. It was so perfect. Chested down and volleyed in, and STP have taken the lead against Niger. You know, I don't really care about winning or losing. It's just that I want to be as close to Burkina Faso as possible, just to make the campaign look better than it already has been. This match, apart from the goal, the match has been very bad in terms of quality. There was only one moment of magic, which obviously was the goal. Niger haven't done anything. STP haven't been that brilliant apart from the goal. Who cares? It's the end of the campaign anyway. And we win 1-0 against Niger away from home. A good little win to mark off the campaign. And STP only lost 1 game in this whole entire qualifying round. You know, we held Gabon twice to 0-0 draws. We beat Burkina Faso. The first time round we couldn't beat Niger. It was 0-0. And then here, a moment of magic made us seal the win, but it wasn't enough in the end. But I'm still proud of STP. Remember, their rating is really low. They're a half-star team. So to come here in this group and shake things up a little bit is very impressive. That is your final table, and we actually finished in 2nd place above Gabon in the end to have 9 points from this campaign, and that's really impressive. Really, really impressive. And look at our goal difference compared to other teams. We scored 2 goals and conceded 1. We were definitely a defensive powerhouse. So it simulated the entire tournament, and France won against Belgium in the World Cup final 1-0. So Belgium getting to the final, that's really impressive considering that, you know, they still had the pieces of the 2018 squad, which was considered their golden generation, but for the 2014 version to do it is very impressive. So yeah, a brand new finalist, but unfortunately France took it 1-0 for them. So these are your group stages for the 2014 World Cup. Any surprises in there? Let's have a look. The fact that Mozambique qualified and got 4 points in a group with Spain, Argentina and South Korea is really, really good. Angola made it to the World Cup for the first time since 2006, so that's pretty cool as well. They don't usually do that on this game. Everyone else seems to be very, very basic. The round of 16 and other rounds, again, there's no major shocks. They're all pretty standard, apart from Belgium beating Brazil 3-2. That's a little bit of a surprise in my eyes for 2014. And then they beat Argentina as well 3-2. So what a run that was by Belgium. So this is round 2. These are your groups that we left off from. Obviously, if you care about the qualifiers, you can stay and just review some of the matches with me. So yeah, this is how it finished. We got eliminated, obviously, but in other groups, there were only a couple of mini surprises. Everything else was very basic. Mozambique getting to the final round is pretty cool, but that's really all I can say. The final round of Africa qualifying looked like this. Morocco beat Cape Verde Islands on aggregate 5-3, and then Mozambique actually beat Burkina Faso on aggregate, the away goal rule, 2-2. So if we had made it into the final round, we probably would have ended up against Mozambique, and that would have been the weaker team out of everyone in there. We got Nigeria beating South Africa 4-1 over the 2 legs. Cameroon beating Algeria 4-3 over the 2 legs. Great game between those two. And Angola beating Mali 2-1 over the 2 legs. In other confederations, let's see what happens. So this is the final round of Asia qualifying. I know I skipped all the other rounds, but I guess this is the round that truly matters. China and Japan automatically qualify, with Iran going to the playoffs. And then in Group B, we have South Korea, Australia going through to the World Cup, and Uzbekistan going to the playoffs. Most notably, Bangladesh made it to the final round, which is very surprising because they don't usually do that in real life. And the playoff game was won by Uzbekistan 4-2 against Iran in the end. In OFC, of course, I mean, are you surprised that New Zealand won the whole of OFC? No, we're not. In CONMEBOL, this is how it looks like. Argentina got 40 points, Uruguay got second place with 32, Chile in third, Colombia in fourth, and then Peru went to the playoffs. In the CONCACAF region of qualifying, everything was very basic. You got United States, Costa Rica and Mexico making it automatically to the World Cup, with Canada going to the playoffs. The Inter-Confederation playoffs look like this. So Peru beat Uzbekistan 4-2 over the two legs, and then Canada easily beat New Zealand 4-0. So obviously Peru and Canada qualified via the playoffs. Finally, in Europe, these are your groups. I'm not going to read all of them, but let's just see if there's any surprises in there. Let's just have a look and see. Everything looks reasonably basic. I'd say in Group B, Armenia getting 18 points in that group alongside Sweden, Denmark, Austria and Bulgaria is insanely impressive. Very, very impressive. Group C was really close. Netherlands just beating Romania to that top spot. And in the playoffs for Europe, this is how it went down. Russia beat Slovenia 3-1 over the two legs. Romania beat Bosnia 3-1 over the two legs. And then Greece and Belgium had a fantastic playoff series where Belgium came out on top 4-3 in the end. And then unfortunately for Armenia, that's so annoying that France went to the playoffs and got an easy tie against Armenia. I mean, it's not super easy because Armenia did well in the World Cup qualifiers, but the fact that France went to the playoffs and had to play Armenia is just a shame that Armenia couldn't make it to the World Cup. That's your whole entire rerun qualifying run with STP. I tried again, I failed again, so yeah, I think that we won't do STP again for a very, very long time, if not ever, I think, because I've already done them twice now, and you know, I love STP. They're a decent side to use on this game. Of course, they're not really on any other FIFA game apart from this one, so it's nice to go back and revisit them and try again. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a like and subscribe. Follow the channel if you want to, and watch my other runs if you want to. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.